Let me cut that off. I hope you digging. So the women, Sha'Carri Richardson got second in her 100-meter dance versus a tough woman. But in the 4x4, they blew out everybody. Sha'Carri Richardson was the anchor. She actually had to catch. There was some botched handoffs by the American team. But luckily, Sha'Carri Richardson was the anchor, so she just caught everybody and blew them out. Jamaica men's team uh, lost. They didn't even qualify for the finals for the gold in the 400 meters. Like they got embarrassed. But that dude Kashane, whatever his name is, that dude is going to be the future. That dude is fast. That dude is fast. Who's next? So I think the American women 200. I think Gabby Thompson. I think took care of that. But I don't think that was a goal. I'm not sure. But in the men's final 200-meter, Noah Lyles got third place. Kung Fu King got second. And African dude like blew them out. He straight blew them out, yeah. Dude, nice. Yeah. The African woman and the African dude, they all from like small places in Africa, but they won. Yeah, Sha'Carri Richards is gonna have problems with that lady. I think she's young too. So, and that dude that won the Olympic gold in 200-meter, Noah Lyles gonna have a problem with him, and he also gonna have a problem with that dude, that Jamaican dude, Kashane. Yeah, that dude Kashane is only gonna dominate more as you know events happen. But the American basketball Olympic team, they played Serbia. It was dope. Like certain Americans like choked up, like Anthony Edwards couldn't make nothing, and I'm not that. He's not ready. I was not convinced on him. He's talking to the KD, but dude, you're on the bench when it matters the most in the Olympic um, semifinals. You're on, or they, yeah, the last meetup before the goal. You're on the bench. The Tatum didn't play at all, which is smart because Tatum is one of those guys that take unnecessary shots and he settles a lot. Derek White, they got him for his defense, but they had Holiday for that. So they got two defensive guys who can score. You know, because they both play well. But I felt like Tatum should never been there. It should have been Jaylen Brown and maybe not Derek White, but maybe Trae Young or Ja Morant. Either one, but not Derek White. Even though he played good, but I felt like Trae Young and Ja Morant offensively would have been a huge mismatch for the teams in America have been having hot starts instead of like slow starts, especially with Trae Young lob ability, setting screens with Anthony Davis, you know. But shout out to Steve Kerr. I don't like to do like that, but I'm so glad he was smart enough to bench Tatum twice. That dude settles, man. Let him sit down while Team USA get the job done. That's embarrassing. He sat over. Um, Edwards started over him, or Derek White should have been there. So Derek White should have been there. Curry should have been there, and Drew Holiday should have been there. But that bum from Indiana shouldn't have been there. That should have been Trae Young, because they had those small guards, going crazy over big dudes. Even this Sudan guard, small dude, was going crazy over those big American guys. LeBron has been playing. He had a triple double. He's been playing exceptional. Yeah, so I think what's next is the men's 4x4. Let me see when that's gonna happen. So I don't miss it. I don't think today, but let me double check. Okay, there we go. So the 4x4 is going to happen when? So it says tomorrow around 2 o'clock. It's only four teams. United States, Great Britain, Japan, and Italy. Look at Italy. Look at Japan. Ain't that surprising? Look at Great Britain. Damn, only one like black. Wow. Wow. Damn. That killed that stereotype. Yeah, black men are rich and more superior. I don't know about that. The 4x4 is by only one black group is there. All these African, Jamaican, and Haitian countries, only one black. It's American. Okay. Let me get into some gangster. Hmm. Let me get into some gangster. All right, what am I looking for? What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Oh, let me go with some Israelite stuff real quick. I'm trying to finesse somebody to get hop on this hot seat. So I found one video. I'm just looking for the other video. There we go. Okay, here I got both videos. Right, give me a second. Oh, I knew that. I knew that. I knew that. Are you serious? Yo, why can I click that? Okay, now let me send that. Oh boy. All righty then. Wow. Okay. All right. So I'm set up. All right. Cool. So now let's get it rocking. All right, we live. Well, we've been live, but now we're sharing.
Yo, I talked to you earlier. You gotta wait. Come back around.
So, Mount Zion is.
I just want to take notes real fast on this. So let's. That covers
referred to as a place in Isaiah chapter 18, the very end of the chapter. So it's a place where God reigns. So if we look at
Mount Zion and Jerusalem are never in reference towards the people, because
the people scattered everywhere are not Mount Zion, like because there could be people who are ethnically Israel who don't even know they're Israelites, who are like off somewhere in some remote place, and God's not manifest among them. They're not following his law. That's not where he's.
That's what you're saying right now does not go with the rest of the Bible, because what you're saying means that when the Bible says Jacob, it's referring to only the man Jacob. Is that true?
No.
So why is the same thing not relevant for Mount Zion and Jerusalem?
I'm saying
to the people of Israel.
I'm saying Zion refers to the people of Israel, but Mount Zion is referring to a place. Just like the Mount of Esau is referring to the mountains where the Edomites lived.
No.
Because
no, referring to the people.
No, because people aren't
Mount
people.
Seir, nobody
people aren't the people.
Did the Lord destroy a place where nobody living?
He gave them judgment for what they were doing at the time.
Nobody living there.
Right, because God destroyed them. They used to live there.
But you just admitted that King Herod and Agrippa were Edomites.
Right, because Edomites moved to other places before God destroyed the Edomites in the mountains there. Also, just if even if you're right and there's not going to be any Edomites in existence at some point in history, there's no Edomites at all. There's still going to be a bunch of Edomites on the earth before that happens, and King Agrippa is one of those Edomites. And why, even if all these Edomites are not going to be in existence later on, why can't the Edomites who exist and then die in that time until that happens, why can't they be saved by Christ?
That's what you got to ask the prophet.
Because that prophecy is not saying that all Edomites up until then can't be saved.
Because Paul quoted that God hated Esau.
Yes, and that's not a defense.
Even before they
it's not a defense what it didn't say.
God hates wicked people before he saves them.
You have to defend what it says. This is Isaiah 59.
Gentiles into Israel.
Mount Zion?
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
So
in Romans 11.
We proved you wrong in Romans 11 last
In Romans 11, do you believe that the people Paul is talking to are ethnic Israel who have been broken off?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Then why does he say, if God did not spare the natural branches, he will not spare you? He's making a distinction between the natural branches that were broken off.
Right. That's basic English, basic comprehension.
They weren't spared, and you, who he's talking to, so that you he's talking to cannot be the people who are broken off.
The natural branches, we did this with you last week. The natural branches in Romans 11 would be the Jews. The wild branches would be the people who broke off.
All right, so I'm gonna write this down. So, let me find my pen. So at the 4-minute mark and 13 seconds, I'm gonna write this down because they switched their argument up later when he started to put the pressure on him. Okay. Let me look for my pen. For this pen. Why would you bring in one pen in the house? It's stupid. I gotta look for just one pen instead of having like multiple pens in the house. All right. All right. Where is this pen? My son took it and wrote over mad stuff. I didn't even know. Mad notes I took. He didn't found the pen, wrote over my notes. You know what I mean? All right. So let me. I don't know what he did with this damn pen. One thing you want to do is bend over and get older. I go this damn pen, man. And it's blue on top of that, so I got it ain't like it's white. I gotta cut on all the lights. All right. Took my flashlight on. Oh, here we go. Let's find this pen. Who knows what he did with it? Fucking serious, man. Are you serious? Are you really serious? God, really? This pen gonna be this damn hard to find. I brought one pen in the house. This is stupid. I got mad pens in the car. So I had one pen in the car. Bam. Oh boy. Oh. Oh boy. He wrote all of my stuff, but there's no trace of the pen. I don't see this pen anywhere. Where is? What did he do with the pen? God, man, I want to write this stuff. That's the whole point going live. Write these notes, man. Get time spent. How do you do with the pen? Okay, I found a pen. Ah, God, I found a pen. I ain't finding a pen he had. I found a pen. So I had brought two pens inside. All right. Okay, let's just write this stuff down. Where's my notepad? Got it. Okay. So at the Sons of Thunder get confounded. Write that down in cursive. Sons of Thunder get confounded. It's at the 4-minute and 13-minute mark. He says that the wild branches were northern Israel. Okay, cool.
He's talking to people, and he's saying if God did not spare the natural branches, so he's saying you're not the natural branches. If he didn't spare them, then he won't spare you. So he's making a distinction. Right? He's not right. So no, he's distinguishing because. So you're saying the northern kingdom was broke off, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's put it into these words. If God did not spare the northern kingdom, neither will he spare you. So the people he's talking.
Right. So he got them right there. So northern kingdom. You write this down. This is the new. I'm sure you guys got tired of virgin birth. So this is my new direction. This is something that they'll take gladly. Northern branches broken. So he made a good point. the white guy said, okay, so he's saying, so he's saying, who's the audience then? So I get where he's going. They're lost, or they might be pretending to be lost. So he's saying, who is he talking to? Because he can't be talking to the northern branches, because he just said, because he spoke about them in the third person. If he's speaking to northern branches, then he would say you. He would say, I didn't spare you. So now he could only be talking to the Jews or Gentiles at this point. Let's go.
To is not the northern kingdom, right?
You got it right here. Jeremiah 11 and 15. This is the book of Jeremiah. We talked this already.
We went through this.
Chapter 11 and verse 15. What hath my beloved to do in mine house?
Ezekiel 37.
Seeing she hath wrought.
So this is what they do in the street. You know, they can't do on a Zoom live. They just ignore what the point you made and just read a scripture, not addressing what you just said.
Lewdness with many.
But they'll tell you, but a lot of them will tell you that they don't debate. They got all these ways to not hop on a Zoom call, but they'll gladly debate somebody on the street where they pretty much control everything.
And the holy flesh is passed from thee. The what? The holy flesh is passed from thee. Their holiness is gone.
I got
this one
here.
branch. Go ahead. When thou doest evil, then thou rejoicest. The Lord called thy name a green olive tree. The people whose holiness has passed away, their separatists, their set-apartedness has passed from them. Deuteronomy 7 and 6, thou art a holy people above all nations upon the face of the earth. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people. That people's holiness passed from them. Read on, you see where it's going. Fair and of godly fruit. So now this olive tree, whose holiness that used to bring fair fruit, come on, with the noise of a great tumult, there was a battle. He hath kindled fire upon it. Now that olive tree is on fire. And the branches of it are broken. And that olive tree's branches are broken.
And that's the northern kingdom being broken off, right? That's what you think? So he says, if God did not spare them, then he will not. Then he will not spare.
Right. So they brought it all the way back to this point. So they read all that just to confirm old boy point. So he's saying, yeah, right. You think that's the northern kingdom, right? They were broken off according to you guys. So if he hath not spared them, why would you think he'll spare you? So who is he talking to then? Because the third person is the northern kingdom, which you guys just claim you read. So he's saying, all right, but who is he addressing right now? So now it has to be either the Jews or the Gentiles. It cannot be northern branches because he's using them as an example. It's that clear.
You, so the you can't be the people who are broken off, because he's just making a distinction there.
Chapter 37, verse 21.
Bring it out.
And God said unto them, thus said the Lord God, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation.
One nation. I thought Israel was already one nation.
Now look at that old dude on the right. Not the guy with the white beard and blue jacket. The guy's a part of the camp. This old guy's holding the Bible, and he letting these young guys steer him the wrong way. Like, it's a shame. You're an old clown. You should be letting them know, nah, we can't go that route. He's sitting there holding the Bible, cheerleading.
What are you saying?
I thought Israel was already one nation. The nation of Israel is one, right?
Right, they are one nation.
So why is God saying that he's going to make them one nation in Ezekiel? Read again.
Unless they were broken.
Verse 22. And I will make them one nation in the land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountain of Israel. And one king shall be king to them all.
Read.
And they shall be no more two nations. Neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all.
Read.
Verse 23. Neither shall they defile themselves anymore with their idols, nor with their
And this goes back into what we was talking about last week, how they was carried away to serve idols. It's no longer going to be two nations.
Right.
They're going to be made one. This is literally the same thing that Paul is quoting.
So Paul also said later that the natural branches will be grafted in.
Again, right?
Again, because they were broken off, but they're not the wild olive tree that he's talking to in Romans 11.
How can the heathen
Because he
be
made a
grafted
distinction
in
between
again
those who are
something
broken
they're
off.
part of?
He made a distinction between those who are broken off and the people he's talking to.
And who's broken
So
off?
the
Right. And that's the point that they're not addressing.
people he's talking to could not have been broken off. But then he says there's another group of people who will be grafted in, and that's what he's talking about.
Grafted in again, right?
Right, he's talking
How
about
can the
that,
heathen
but
be
he's not talking
grafted
about.
in again.
So now that's a fair point that the guy's asking, but that doesn't mean his argument is correct. So that's a fair point that he's asking, but that doesn't mean his conclusion is correct.
Something that they were never a part of. And then we go to the
No. And I'm saying both happen. There's two different kinds of graftings. There's a grafting in of the ethnic Gentiles, and there's a grafting back in of the Israelites.
Oh, that's bad.
Yes, that's what this.
So now that was a great explanation.
The ethnic Gentiles in Romans 11.
Yeah, it's the wild tree.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Just for the president of view, because I don't like these. My Adam right here, he's saying something and going to the scripture to prove that. You say a lot.
Now this is a dumb guy. See, people just like to just think they're helping out, like dick riding, cheerleading, and then they get clowned by their own group.
The prescription too.
No.
Yeah, I do.
There's a difference. Speak. You doing a lot of talking and a lot of speculation.
No.
Oh yes, you are.
If God did not spare them,
Why did he do the quotation with his fingers and say speculation? Yeah, that was just stupid. A lot of people, when they do the quotation with their fingers, they do it with no purpose. It's like, dude, that's not how you use the quotation with your fingers, stupid. It's not for speculation.
natural branches, neither will he spare you. It's scripture.
So what? He broke that down and said what?
Who are the natural branches, Matt?
The northern kingdom that was broken off.
So then who are the Jews? What branch are they?
Exactly.
They're the natural branch, stupid. They're both the part of the natural branch. They're just one is northern Israel, one is southern Israel. Okay, so but they're part of the same branch. So what happens is that they're asking him a question as though he agreed to their different branches. The natural branches are both. They're northern and southern. There's no distinction. The natural branch, the natural branch is both northern and southern Israel. Okay, they both make up the natural branch. So the northern, they're one branch. They're just Israelites. It's the Israelite branch. You got me quoting their rhetoric. Some of the Israelites got broken off. It doesn't say who. It doesn't say natural it doesn't say northern, southern. It just say some got broken off. And for that reason, that void got to be filled, and he's going to fill it with Gentiles. So they're asking questions based off their doctrine about what they believe. So you and if you know what they believe, you kind of get tripped up like I just did, because you're going to use their doctrine, right? But if you don't know their doctrine, you're going to just give the flat out just good answer, just the answer, the biblical answer.
What? They're the people who are broken off.
The Jews?
Yeah. No.
That's the point.
So why are you bringing up Jews? We're talking about Northern Kingdom.
Who are the natural branches?
Who are the natural branches?
Israelites.
Yeah, right. Israelites, both of them stupid. They both make up the Israelites.
No.
Wait, let him say that. Let him say that.
People of Israel.
The natural branches are all the Israelites?
Not all the Israelites.
So
which ones?
No. They definitely all the Israelites, because they were chosen first. Originally. In the beginning, God chose, a certain people, Abraham, blah, 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 and they came up with the Israelites. And that was God's people. He adopted them.
So which ones of the Israelites are the natural branches, Matt? Who did God continue to deal with?
I believe it.
those in that country?
I think it was the Northern Kingdom.
No,
No.
God did away with them.
We read that prophecy.
Hosea 4:17. Ephraim has been taken off into idols. Leave him alone. So who did God continue to deal with going into the New Testament? Who he continued to deal with?
Jews.
They're using their quotations incorrectly. New Testament. Dude, you look stupid. Just talk. Stop using the finger quotation, because the New Testament is not in question with people who believe, or from people who are reading Romans 11. That's New Testament. New Testament is questioned by people who don't respect it or believe in it or accept it, which is like, it'll be Orthodox Jews.
So who is the natural branch?
Jews.
So who would be the wild branch?
Gentiles.
And who is
And
that?
who are the Gentiles?
Ethnic Gentiles.
How?
No.
Where the rest of the Israelites at?
So how can Ezekiel 37 and 15 come to pass? How can Ezekiel come to pass? How can Jeremiah 11 come to pass?
So they always ask these random questions. How can this come to pass? Bro, we're dealing with what is what, not how something comes to pass. You're asking him who is who. He's telling you. Now, what you need to do is, if you agree, then you agree. But if you're saying he's wrong, then you need to go ahead and show why he's wrong. You're not doing that. They want to know, how can this come to pass? How can that come to pass?
If it has to be the Jews and then the ethnic Gentiles brought into one. Where's the Northern Kingdom?
Did he forget about that?
Are you saying that Romans is also talking about the Northern Kingdom?
You just agree.
So in their doctrine, in their personal doctrine, like the branch that was broken off, they want to claim it's, now you could put this in quotation, finger quotations. They want to claim that it's the Northern Kingdom. The Bible never says that. That's their weird cult doctrine. The Bible doesn't put a distinction at that point. It just says Israelites altogether, and some were broken off, enough so that Gentiles could be grafted in to fill that void. And to make the ones that was broken off jealous that they want to come back to God. That's not that hard, man.
Romans 11, the natural branch are the Jews.
So the problem is that the white boy is not like proficient on their doctrine with this Southern Israelite. He's learning on the fly. That's why he's a little confused and stuck. But that don't mean they're right just because he's confused about their cult doctrine.
Wild branch is the Northern Kingdom. The first verse of the chapter says that has God cast away his people? God forbid.
Right. So who is God's people? They're like stupid. So all of them. It's not just Southern, all of them. So that's agreeing with the white guy.
Even Ezekiel says the two branches, the two nations have to be one. Jeremiah 11 says that they have to be one.
No, don't worry. I'm coming back to the Olympics. Don't worry.
So the people, but you told me. So who is? Are you saying that the people he's talking to were broken off?
I'm saying that the natural branch that Paul referring to is the Jews. The wild branch would be the Northern Kingdom, who was broken off.
And so he's talking to the Northern Kingdom, is what you're saying?
I'm saying he's talking to the entirety of Israel, because the 26.
All right. So now he's confused. He's not understanding the white guy's question. Like, dude, Paul cannot be talking to the entirety of Israelites. Okay, he's speaking to a group about those who are broken off. So he's not speaking to all of them collectively, because then he will address the ones that's broken off in the second person. So now the white guy is doing his best on the fly, but he's not like making it that simple. It's like, dude, if he's talking to all of them, then he'll be talking to all of them in the second person. So if the second person, Northern Kingdom, is in attendance, then why would he refer to them in the third person? Okay, that's what needs to be asked.
Verse says that all Israel will be saved. There's not one verse in this chapter that all ethnic Gentiles will be saved.
Wait,
not one verse.
So it doesn't say all Israel shall be saved. It says as it is written.
As it is written.
So when he says, if God did not spare the natural branches,
God
he will neither will he spare you. So who's the natural branches in that sentence?
God did not spare the Jews.
The Jews.
He will not spare.
Neither will he spare. Neither will he spare you. Who's the you he's talking to?
The wild branch.
The Northern Kingdom?
Yes.
The Jews.
All right, so now the white guy got it. Like, he got it. Okay, cool. I got what you guys are saying now. You think the second person in this context are the Northern Israelites, or the, okay, so we got it. So, well, he got it finally.
Or that are scattered. The
But
Israelites scattered abroad.
It doesn't even have to be tailored to specifically the Northern Kingdom, because Jews went off too.
That's right.
All right. So now you see how they won't be held to something. Okay, well, not really Northern Israel, so some Jews too, but majority of Israel, right? Yeah, it's a few Jews sprinkled here and there, but majority, the wild olive tree would be the Northern Kingdom. You'll see when I get these guys on, you'll see how easy it'd be. It's gonna be easy as the virgin birth.
The Levites would be considered Jews, and they were with some of the.
I'll take on if nobody else shows up like last time, but I don't want. I want one of these clowns that I've been addressing to pop up and show out. Certified boogeyman, yeah, come on, certified boogeyman, pop out and show out. Right now, if none of them want to come out, then I'll take Captain and get another W. But I'd rather these guys, because I don't really hear Captain talk about this too much. But you see Sons of Thunder, like these are the other guys. These are the guys who I want. But they're peons. You know I want that guy Gorilla Hebrew.
The Northern Kingdom that got taken off.
So both Jews and Israelites were both broken off, right?
You said Isaiah what now?
So both Jews and Israelites were both broken off, right?
There were Jews that went into idol worship as well. There were Jews that went off into not worshiping Yahweh, the one true God.
So they were broken off, right?
Yes.
Okay. So right now, when Paul says you, he's talking to both Jews and Israelites.
Wait, so let me get that. So let me document that. That's 12 minutes. That's 12 minutes. See how they're adjusting their argument? At the 4-minute, 13-minute mark, they said the wild branches were the Northern Israelites. Now, at the 12:05-minute mark, they seeing where the white guy is going, so they changed their argument. Now, the broken branches is both. So this is why I did this. All right, let's go.
Yes, he's talking about Jews and Northern Kingdom.
Can we read? Okay.
Like I said, I'm going to go over some Olympic Games and all that stuff. I'm be on here for a little while. I ain't going to work. But I wanted to, because nobody was really here when I went over the Olympic Games briefly. Nobody was here, so I knew I had to go over it again. So I said, all right, let me buy some time and play this until people come, and then I'll go over that again. So I'm going to go over it again.
So
we like to read and not say.
Well,
Isaiah 11 and 11.
I'm trying to. Can I make a point? Can I make a point?
Make a point. Sure, we're fair.
Why didn't you keep your camera on while we was having a conversation?
It's on right now.
You just turned it on.
No, I didn't. It's been on. It says 12:25 right there. Let me talk. So.
No, you actually about to read.
Yeah, you keep your camera on. Like, you guys, you're not as right as you think you are.
So both kingdoms were broken off. We don't need to read. We all know.
That's the problem. That's the problem. You don't want to read.
Let me make my point.
The reason that most now he's gonna segue that into screaming on that megaphone and disrupting the peace. But the reason why our Christian friends don't understand the scriptures is because they don't place paramount on reading. Y'all have a lot of doctrine and very little scriptures to say exactly what you're saying. Right. So the Israelites have a multitude of scriptures that say.
Just read it. Just read it.
We're gonna read it regardless. Give me that Isaiah 11:11. This is gonna show you that Judah.
Look at that other dude with the beard in the back left, like right behind his arm. This is another old man who's just clout chasing. Like this guy letting these young guys lead the charge, and they're wrong, and he just quiet and stupid. That's the problem right there. Now, if they had an older guy like myself, I'll be helping them out. Like, dude, that don't make any sense.
The Northern Kingdom was cast away and have to come back. That's what he wants. He wants to see the Jews being broken off or being pushed away
see
from.
Him as an elder, by the way. They just see him as an old fool that they gotta educate and put on their doctrine.
And God. Just wait. Because they got the light. Wait, they got the light. Is he You gonna go?
So now we're going back to points that we talked about last week, and we're gonna bring some free stuff out.
They got the light. They got the light.
Oh, he's just jamming.
11.
Nah, he couldn't go. His cars in front of him.
Hey, peace to one.
Unfortunately, we got to deal with 5 points. Read that.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11 and verse.
And by the way, you know, you guys watched the Stu-Peace footage with me, him, and Google Scholar, but nobody wants to say, like, publicly or in the chat that he was wrong. He was mistaken. But if that was me, all you guys would be waiting to, like, get on me, troll me, bully me. If I was wrong and I would act like I was right, like him, all you guys would be trolling me, telling me, hey, you're wrong about us every chance you get. Now he's wrong. This whole ghetto, this yes man wave is in effect. Like nobody want to tell him, like, yo, you, or say in the chat, hey, you were wrong. Like you were mistaken. Like the video didn't represent what you said it represented. Unbiased proved you wrong. And I didn't, again, it wasn't supposed to be that deep. He got emotional attached to what we're talking about, and he made it something more than it was. If you look at the video, which is still uploaded, the whole thing, no edit anything, 5-hour video, you'll see, you know what I mean, organic conversation, and I never lost my cool, not one time. Even he was trying to trigger me. He was trying to gaslight me. It wasn't working. I'm just like really just chilling. Like, dude, that's not gonna work. Like, I'm not, and I'm like, yo, dude, I'm good. Like, I'm done arguing on a live, unless it's a Israelite debate. Maybe I might go crazy because people are stupid. But a random live with guests come up, all that bickering, and nah, I'm kind of past that.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people which shall be left from Assyria.
A remnant of the Lord's people are going to be in Assyria,
and from Egypt,
in Egypt,
and from Pathros,
in Pathros,
and from Cush,
in Cush,
and from Elam,
in India,
and from Shinar,
in Shinar, that's like a Babylonian area, come on,
and from Hamath,
and Hamath,
and from the islands of the sea,
and from faraway places, come on.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah,
and the dispersed of Judah.
From the
All right, so he just proved the point that the white guy was making. Was kind of like by default taking is that the natural branch is everybody. It ain't a northern camp like they said initially, and then went back and said it was both. What they say is Israel basically collectively. It was always Israel collectively. You are the guys who said it was northern Israel only. So now you're making an argument that Judah is dispersed too and lost, and now you want to include them to the broken branches. Like, dude, make your mind up. What are we doing? So that's why the white guy, I give him credit for coming up and showing out like Kendrick Lamar, but you could tell he's like kind of new to this, and he just brave. You know what I mean? But he wasn't prepared in advance. But maybe next time he come, he will be, because they said he was there before. So it looks like he's getting better talking to these guys, understanding their doctrine.
Toti. That don't have the oracles out there, no, but you can't boast yourselves against them because we bringing you in.
That's Romans 3.
Unethical. It's just wow. Okay. No, now it's not sharing. Okay, whatever. That's weird. If you keep doing that, then I'm just gonna play the video from just another iPad where I don't have to share it. You just hear the audio. You ain't gonna see the video. if it keeps stopping the share thing.
If God did not spare the natural branches, neither will he spare you. You is not the natural branches.
The natural.
Right, that's how dumb they are. Like you guys just said, the natural branches was all of Israel. So he said, well, God wouldn't stop. If God wouldn't spare all of Israel, neither will spare you. So you got to be outside of natural Israel. Yes.
Branches would be the Jews who kept the commandments. The cut off branches would be those that were pushed out and taken away. That there are Jews amongst them. We just read that.
So now they're saying that the out of the entirety of Israelites, now they switched it up to say that there are some Jews who kept doing righteousness. So they remained natural branches. But now they're saying those Jews and northern Israelites who did not, keep it godly was broken off from the natural branches. It's like, but dude, they're still the natural branch. I mean, they at least they were a part of the natural branch. It was kicked off. So they're still lumped up in the natural branch. So they cannot be the wild olive tree who's not the natural branch. Oh my God.
That's like, I think when we go to a scripture, you don't understand why we're there.
You don't be paying attention.
Read it again. Romans 11.
The people he's talking to are not natural branches.
That's the point. That is the point.
That's the point, man.
I don't understand.
We know you don't understand.
We know.
You're not making sense.
No.
Read the first verse.
Look, this Christ is Jew. Now you want to talk to somebody, bro.
Yo!
You just raise your voice.
No. We're going to teach at our conference.
Let's go ahead.
All right, Dad.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 1. I say then, have God cast away his people? God forbid.
Who is he talking to, Matt?
He's talking to people in Rome, the Roman church, who are both Jews and Gentiles.
Read that.
For I also am an Israelite.
What is he talking about?
Actually, I don't even know if he's talking to any Jews in Rome.
Right, he's talking about himself. He's an Israelite. He ain't say I'm talking to Israelites. That was a dumb point from these guys.
Read it again.
There might be. I don't know. I don't know who is there.
Israelite.
Read from the top.
But he's addressing
This is the book
Gentiles.
of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 1. I say then, have God cast away his people? God forbid.
Who's he talking to?
For I also am an Israelite.
Why would he say that if he was talking to people other?
Hey, yo, that makes more sense. He's not talking to Israelites because Israelites would know he's an Israelite. So why he got to tell Israelites he's an Israelite? That's like common sense because they wouldn't allow him to like address them. But it will make sense that he's talking to people who are not Israelites. And he's saying, hey, your time has come, but that don't mean that the Jews are that don't mean the Israelites are done because I'm an Israelite and I'm talking to you and I'm part of the, whatever.
To let them know about the Israelites. He's telling them to not be boastful against the branches, right? So he's telling the Gentiles to not get haughty because they get saved and Israelites don't.
We might have to wind it down on Matt. We might have to.
He's purposely acting like that. Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 1.
Come on.
I say then, have God cast away
I'm going to try to invite this guy to my live.
his people?
Has God cast away his people? And he's quoting prophets. Go ahead.
God forbid.
God forbid. Why?
For I also am an Israelite.
So he's talking to an audience who he is also a part of.
Right.
No, he means he's talking to people about the people that he's a part of.
Right.
Hey, the brother said he had a question.
He said also the seed of Abraham and the tribe of Benjamin.
Then why would he say that?
Yeah.
Unless he was talking. Unless he was
There's
talking
two
to people who are up.
Yeah, these guys are definitely idiots. I'm just to be honest.
The same stuff.
He distinguished.
Now, that whole group, all of them will not talk to me. I guarantee you. All right, so let me go to the next video. Hold on. So now I'm gonna go to them, the street teaching, without anybody interacting with them. But yeah, so again, I'll address some of the Olympic stuff as I stated before, which I probably gotta do again later because I'm gonna be on for a little while. I got the holy word next to me. So I said, Noah Lyles got third place in the 200 meter run. The 4x4 100 meters tomorrow, like around 1:46 p.m. Noah Lyles got first place in the 100 meter Olympic finals, but that dude Kashane, I forgot his last name, was Thompson or something. That's gonna be his. That's gonna be his. Like from now on, that 100 meters is gonna be his. Ain't nobody gonna beat him. Anybody? Not yet. Nobody so far. Nobody that's running so far in 100 meters. Nobody's gonna beat that guy. Like that's his race going forward. He lost by a photo finish, but that's because Noah Lyles had to do everything perfect. Okay, but that's Kashane Thompson. Yeah. So unfortunately, and he lost 200 meter by a mile. So unfortunately, like outside of like USA national events, he's gonna be Mr. Irrelevant when they race against other nations because he's not gonna beat. I don't believe he's gonna beat Kashane in the 100 meter again, and I don't believe he's gonna beat the guy who he lost to in the 200 meters. So he may become Mr. Irrelevant. All that fingernail painting is to no avail. I don't know what the hell that was for. Like now, that's some sellout stuff. It's not gay because gay is more of a sexual action. It's not a costume action. If you put on wig and a heels, that'll make you gay. What makes you gay is a sexual action in my mind. Okay. So he's not gay, but he's doing suspect stuff, gay stuff, and he sold out by even doing that. Him and Drake blackface, Drake painted his nails. Like, dude, what's the point, man? You want grown men to like dress up and then paint their nails to like, let's say a Steelers fan, because they're stupid and crazy. So you expect a Steelers fan to like dress up in Steelers apparel, paint his face, and then paint his nails too? Like, come on. Or just going to Wawa or going to your local gas station just to get maybe a cigar or whatever. You expect him to go there with his Steelers jersey and painted nails? Yellow and black nails is just stupid. All right, so let me go to the second video, which I'm not sure I'm not gonna make it through because I've been doing my holy word thing, and I fell asleep last night, and it's starting to. Well, I'm not tipsy at all, but it is making me sleep. I'm not tipsy for whatever crazy reason, but it is making me sleep. Okay. Oh boy. So all right, here we go. So I'm gonna try to play this without falling asleep like I did last night. I ain't mean to play that. So it looks like Vocab Malone got something going on. All right, so anyway, back to Olympics. So the women beat Nigeria convincingly as a blowout. The men had to do it. The USA men had to do a comeback victory versus Serbia. Those guys from Serbia was hitting, and you had Bogey Bond. I'm a Trae Young fan, so I root for Atlanta. So I know a lot about Bogey and his abilities. So he showed out like I knew he would, but he don't have really handles like that. So he kind of made some big turnovers at the wrong time, trying to bring the ball up. But he's not their handler. So that was Serbia's fault. But he is a great scorer, especially when he's on. But they had other guys who was hitting too who were on. And Jokic he played very well. He couldn't knock down no three-pointer. And that's what saved the United States because he was wide open and he just missed those three-pointers badly. Curry was sensational. He went off. Edwards did nothing. This is why I think Edwards, he's overrated, but that doesn't mean that he can't match, live up to the potential. But right now, he's just super supreme overrated. he settles a lot like Tatum. That's why Kerr did a good job of benching Tatum again and before, because Tatum settles a lot. He settled a lot in the championship. Thankfully to everybody else, they won, but Tatum would have lost the championship for him again. He settled against Golden State. He settled against the Mavericks. Tatum should never have been there, to be honest. It should have been White should have been there, but they should have had Jaylen Brown there, and that bum nigga Highland Burton should never have been there. That should have been Trae Young or Ja Morant, something like that. Kyrie Irving, or even Brunson, but that bum Highland Burton, whatever his name is, should never have been there from the Pacers. He did nothing. Okay. So America made it really bad. The defense was horrible. And then they kicked up later. They got hot later. Kevin Durant got hot at the right time. Booker got hot at the right time. And King James, he did what he did. Which, see, how he plays in this Olympic game, we want him to do that. Like, the people who criticize LeBron, we want him to do that in the NBA. Like, he's playing exceptional in the Olympic Games. Like, yeah, I got no complaints. Like, he's playing very, very good. And I think he's a point guard. I think that's his calling, is to bring the ball up and make plays. He did 1 year for the Lakers, and didn't they win a championship? He led the league in assists, I believe. Isn't that they won the same year? I think the same year he led the league in assists, they won a championship, I believe, for the Lakers. Y'all can fact check me, but that's his role. Like, he's the point guard. It ain't D-Lo. It ain't Austin Rivers or whatever his name, Rivers. Or no, who's the guy, the white boy that's pretty good? It ain't him. Reeves, Austin Reeves. They ain't the point guard. LeBron's the point guard. And because he don't want to like deal with that role, the Lakers suffer. Because now they get point guards who shouldn't be there. LeBron should be the point guard. They should just have snipers, attackers. That's it. Yeah, that's it. One-on-one guys. But LeBron been throwing great passes all Olympic game. And, people stepped up. Bam didn't really do too much today. But Embiid played very exceptionally. He played very, very well. Embiid played very, very well. LeBron ended up with a triple-double. So I was watching like the 1,500 meters, the 1,200 meters, and America was placing medals in there. Like I said, the Jamaican 4x1, they didn't qualify. Shane did good, but Jamaica sold out. And right now, from what I looked up, it's like 4 teams in the Olympics. It's like Great Britain, Japan, and Italy. You know what I mean? And America is like, yo, where are the black guys? So that kills that stereotype that black guys are just naturally faster. Where you at in the 4x4, 4x1? You're not even there. Y'all let Japan and Great Britain and Italy beat y'all. And y'all claim to be superior like athletes. You ain't even there, just America holding down. And that's gonna be a blowout. But yeah, the Olympics were very good for what I caught. I caught some of the diving, the divers, the women's diving. That was pretty cool, pretty dope. So America's doing very, very great. They just passed China with medals, overall medals. So very, very, very dope. I don't watch all Olympic games, but I watch, the most popular ones, and it's dope. All right, so let me go ahead and play video number 2. No. I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna hop off and come back on. Cause like I said, I'm getting, I want to like recover. I'm getting like a little sleepy. So let me hop off and come back on within an hour, probably with True Meech, and I'll play the rest of the next video. That's what I'm gonna do. Peace out. I'll be on a little later. Peace.